You ever find yourself thinking, how do I make her feel me from 1,000 miles away? You're not alone. A lot of guys get trapped in this emotional no man's land, texting her all day, trying to keep the spark alive, wondering if she's drifting. Every message you send feels like a gamble, and the silence feels like war. But here's the truth. Most men approach long-distance relationships like needy boys, clinging, over-explaining, oversharing, and that's exactly what kills the attraction. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly how to become the kind of man a woman aches for, even when you're not around. The kind of man who doesn't chase, but pulls her in with sheer presence. Because in distance, real attraction isn't built by frequency, it's built by energy, by the man you are, not the amount of attention you throw at her. Why does this matter? Because a man who masters attraction through distance masters emotional control, discipline, power. That's rare, that's magnetic. But here's what most guys get wrong. They try to fill the gap with validation, constant texts, video calls, reassurance. That's weakness, that's dependence, and women feel that. Now listen carefully. The man who creates mystery, who speaks with intention, not frequency, builds longing, the kind that crawls under her skin and stays there. Picture this. She's lying in bed, scrolling through old messages, wondering why you're not flooding her inbox like every other guy, wondering what you're building, who you're becoming, and that thought alone drives her crazy. Your silence, when used right, is not distance, it's dominance. You don't need to constantly prove your love, you just need to become unforgettable. That's how a Stoic operates. He isn't reactive, he doesn't beg for attention. He builds a life so rich, so aligned, that she wants to stay connected. This is not about games, it's about standard. And when you live with purpose, restraint, and control, that woman across the country feels it in her bones. This is the power of masculine presence, even through distance. Let's go deeper. Imagine this. She wakes up, checks her phone, nothing from you yet. At first, she shrugs it off. He's probably busy. An hour later, still nothing. By lunch, she's refreshing her messages. By evening, she's spiraling. That's when it hits her. You're not chasing, you're living. And that, right there, is where most men fail. They think attraction is about words, but real attraction, it's built in your absence, in her curiosity. Now pay close attention. If you're the guy who's always available, always explaining, always posting sad quotes on your story, you're finished. You've become predictable, replaceable. But if you shift into your masculine frame, if you operate with purpose, schedule, and restraint, you instantly stand out. Because women don't fantasize about men who beg. They fantasize about men they can't quite figure out. Let me give you a scenario. Two guys, one texts her all day, every day, updates her on everything. The other? He checks in when it matters, speaks with presence, lives his life. Guess which one she respects more? Guess which one she misses when she's lonely? Here's the Stoic edge: emotional discipline. You don't react to her moods, you don't beg for time, you don't lose sleep over unread messages. You stay calm, centered, unshaken. Because you know this, your value doesn't decrease with distance, it multiplies when you lead yourself. The modern man is obsessed with attention, but the masculine man, he's obsessed with direction. Every day you spend becoming stronger, smarter, sharper. She feels it, even if you're 500 miles apart. You become that voice in her head, the standard she compares other men to, the N. urgy she can't replace. And when she finally hears from you, your words carry weight. Because you weren't just bored and texting. You were building. Building a life, a body, a mindset. Now let that sink in. If you want her obsessed, stop pursuing, start becoming. That's the secret to long-distance attraction. And it's just getting started. Let's get brutally honest for a second. She doesn't want to feel like your lifeline. She wants to feel your masculine gravity, even when you're not around. That means she needs to see that you can stand alone, that your life doesn't collapse without her. Now listen carefully. That doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop clinging. There's a difference. One is love, the other is fear. And women can smell fear. You want to know what turns a woman off faster than distance? Insecurity. A man constantly asking, "Do you still love me? Are we okay? Why didn't you reply?" That man is already losing her. Because she's not attracted to a man who needs her presence to feel whole. She's attracted to a man who carries his wholeness like a sword every damn day. Now let me flip it. You go silent for a few hours, not out of spite, out of focus. You're working, training, leading, learning. And then you send a voice note, calm, confident, something simple, something masculine, like, "Hey, just crushed a tough day. Hope you're doing great. Talk soon." No begging, no emojis, just energy, masculine, steady, grounded. That kind of presence, that lives in her mind. That makes her miss you, because she feels it. This man isn't needy, he's rooted. You've got to understand, women crave polarity. They are emotional waves. You must be the unshakable shore. That's what Stoicism teaches. Not coldness. Control. Emotional mastery isn't about suppressing how you feel. It's about choosing when and how you express it. And when you do, it hits harder. Because it's rare. Because it's real. This is how you lead from a distance, with intent, with restraint, with masculine force, not with 50 texts and crying emojis, but with purpose and silence that says, "I'm still here, I'm still me, and I'm building a life worth sharing." That's what sets you apart. That's what draws her in. Let's finish this strong. So now you understand. Attraction isn't built through constant presence. It's built through magnetic absence, through the energy you hold when you're not around. Most men, they disappear physically and mentally. They lose themselves. But a Stoic man, he remains mentally present, even while physically distant. That's the difference. She should feel your growth. She should sense your discipline. She should see your mission evolving, even if she can't see your face. Now ask yourself, are you giving her something to crave, or are you making yourself too available to be desired? Because listen, mystery is fuel. When you become a man of depth, when your time becomes sacred, when your words are rare but powerful, you don't just maintain attraction, you amplify it. Let her wonder, let her miss you, let her feel the void your absence creates, and then fill it with purpose when you speak. She doesn't need your attention 24/7. She needs to know she's connected to a man with fire in his soul. That's where dominance is born. That's where respect is earned. That's where you rise. Now here's your challenge. Stop over-explaining. Stop chasing closure. Stop playing the emotional babysitter. Start leading with your actions. Start living by principle. Start embodying what a masculine man truly is. From this moment forward, you don't prove your worth. You live it. You sharpen your body, strengthen your mind, align your values. Because the man who lives with discipline makes distance irrelevant. She'll stay connected, not because you begged, but because she respects the man you are. And if she doesn't, she was never meant for the man you're becoming. Let me leave you with this. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Be one, not just when she's near, especially when she's not. Because when distance tests you, your character becomes the message. And if you've mastered that, she won't just miss you, she'll never forget you."